Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the Delve League has finally launched on this Friday, and if you've been playing it, chances are you pretty much know everything already. However, if you haven't had the chance yet to hit the game, this might come in handy for you. So first up, GGG last week released a couple of balance changes, which were the most important ones. So trap have been reduced in the throw time. However, they do much more damage by now, so it's less of a spam and more of an actual damage, and they should still work, even though I feel like they get overshadowed now by the new gems, and that's understandable because the new is always more interesting. Also, instant skills, we already know many or all of the buff effects pretty much have become instant, so you can cast all of your auras instantly. But also Molten Shell, Phase Run, Blood Rage, Convocation and Righteous Fire. Especially Phase Run and Molten Shell are the big skills that you might want to use on cooldown, because they are really useful, and now that they're instant they are actually usable. Also Spell Block took a huge hit, as there are no more percentage spell block sources on the skill tree, neither on the unique weapons. So all of the uniques have been changed to grant flat sources of spell block, and so has the passive skill tree. This is an incredible nerf to spell block, and it's pretty much relegated to Gladiator right now, or at least it seems, until someone will find some way to use it, I guess. But for now, also the Gladiator passive uses your attacks block as your spell block, which is an even bigger nerf, because now you cannot have more spell block than your attack block, even if you are a Gladiator. People are unsure why this happened, and the voice was that it was probably the best defense for the Delves, but we'll have to see. The only sure thing is that no one pretty much is using spell block this league. Also, movement skills have been improved a little bit. Actually, shield charge has been nerfed a little bit, as in the middle part of the charge, so the part where you move your character, is no longer affected by the local weapon speed modifiers, which means that even if you wear a bright beak, you will not go as fast as you were going before, making it a little bit more balanced. Also, Lightning Warp starts with some reduced duration right now and gets to even more reduced duration, so should be a little bit faster. Flame Dash casts a little bit faster and is a little bit longer on the path, so that should be pretty damn good, as Flame Dash is quickly becoming one of the best moving skill in game. Sunder has been nerfed a little bit, as the length of the first hit has been reduced by 20%. Kinetic Blast has pretty much been nerfed a lot, because the way it works now is that the damage is divided into slices, and if some of these slices would happen on the wall, they just don't happen at all, meaning that you cannot shotgun bosses on walls, and well, that probably kills Kinetic Blast a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Definitely still useful, but definitely not the best skill anymore, I guess. The Val Soul game prevention time has been increased for some more skills. Again, that's because well, people were able to actually gain souls and cast the skills on repetition as it happened before. And well, there's actually more stuff, but the other most important stuff, I think, is the secondary damage change, because this has been the way that secondary damage worked was that basically you could not block it, dodge it, or do anything. Basically you just got hit always, and you could mitigate, sure, but you would definitely get hit. And now they changed it, and you can actually block or dodge secondary damage, which is great. These are Corpse Explosions and the Blast from Explosive Arrow. So also, this is again, if you haven't played yet, well, if you are doing your own item filter, definitely check this thread out, because there are all of the new things in there. So first up, there's custom sounds which you can add into your filter or into someone else's filter, and it just directly takes from a file you put somewhere, and you give either the path or you just put the file within the same folder of the filter. And this is amazing. You can create the most memes, and well, that's pretty fun if you have time to do that, that is. Also, minimap icons, you can actually have icons on the minimap for the better drops or the ones that you choose to do so on. So you can have circle, diamond, hexagon, square, star and triangle. They can be like large, medium, small, all of the colors. So it's pretty interesting, it's pretty good. You probably will not miss anything. And if that wasn't enough, you also now have item drop effects, which is actually beams. So beams surging from the item vertically, very much like Diablo 3 if you ever played that, and they can be temporary or visible, like permanently visible, and they have various colors. So definitely a lot of improvement into the item filters, and it's getting really hard to actually manage your own filter over time. But it's definitely worth it if you can do it, and if you have the time to do it. There's also a lot of new item classes and a couple new mods as well. Also, we got the full informations on all of the new gems, and you can see they're all level 20 and 20% quality, just to show how they level up and what they can get to. Of course, minion gems do not show anything as usual, so you don't know how much damage, heal, whatever else stat your minion might have. And hopefully one day we'll get to know that, but that's definitely not the day, so next time maybe. Also, the post that GGG made before the launch, nothing interesting here except the fact that the patch size, if you still haven't updated, it's around 3.5 gigabytes. So if you have a slow connection, you might want to set it up for the night. If you have a fast connection, that will probably take you like 10 to 20 minutes and you will not even notice. So that's it for the launch. Even though on Xbox it still hasn't launched, it's gonna happen either on September the 3rd or September the 4th. So very soon anyway, so don't really, it's not really a problem, I guess. Unless you are actually on Xbox and you're waiting for the delve, then you're probably not really happy about it. Also, GGG is taking a look at some issues that came up within the first week. A lot of crashes were actually fixed with very small patches, very quick patches as well, as GGG usually spends the first week of the leagues fixing stuff. Also, they got some party improvements. First up, they forgot to mention in the patch notes is the fact that you can click on the teleport icon on a party member and you will travel to them, which is pretty amazing if you're playing, especially with 1 or 2 friends. Definitely really good. And Nico also opens portal for your party members so that they can all join into your delve, which is pretty great. Flares, there's been a lot of debates on flares, and that is because most people find it counterintuitive how they worked. They were not fast enough, they wouldn't like throw to the cursor. It was not clear how and when they worked, and with very dark things like the EMP that shuts your card light down. I mean, having flares not intuitive and not quick enough on the draw is definitely a bad thing, and that's why there's a lot of unhappy comments about flares. And well, GGG, while they don't have the solution right away, they are definitely looking into it and they're working on it. Also dynamites, well, a lot of people would actually want them to work just like the power kegs worked into the Temple of Azotl, but we'll have to see if GGG actually wants to change this system or if they think that it's fine as it is. Also, remember that one dynamite will not be enough to break a wall, you'll probably need more, so don't give up if you find a wall and it doesn't blow up very quickly. But anyway, hope you enjoy your delving, and that was all. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Zorzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.